Hey there, Aquarians. It's Amanda here with your Teen Rune Scope. This month, in conjunction with our runes, I will be using the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. Then, as always, be sure to join me for part 2 of your reading. I will be pulling and interpreting over on Vimeo one card from the Ascended Masters Oracle. This is by Doreen Virtue. That link to my Vimeo channel is below in the box. Just click or tap the arrow below the video to get that link. If you find my videos helpful, please do share my channel or share a video that you think be helpful. Believe it or not, some people don't know that they can get readings like this on YouTube. So enlighten them. Be the one in the know. But let's jump in and see what the Aquarians are up to. Look at our runes here. First of all, get those cast. For Aquarians. There it is. Whoa! So as always, Aquarius, be sure to check out your rising sign as well, because these are general readings, so not all of these messages will be for you. Some are going to be, I have to give the other Aquarians their messages too. I need to shuffle these. I forgot to do so. So yeah, definitely check your rising sign. Often you will find that is more specific anyway, because your rising sign is more specific to your chart than your sun sign reading. If you would like something that's all about you, you can always schedule a private session with me. Just drop me a line of email address here in the video. It's also below. If you'd like me to take a look at your specific circumstances, at the specific characters in your life, and I can certainly do that. But in general, what is up with Aquarius in June? Interesting. So in the present energy, for some of you, most of you actually, this will be end of May. Into others of you, this could be the energies around whenever you are watching this video. Got the Ten of Coins. Very good card. You could be purchasing property with a partner. Number one thing coming up. Maybe you and your spouse, or you and your boyfriend, you and your girlfriend are looking for a place to live, and you want to buy, or you want to invest in a property. You want to invest in something together. You could also be starting a business together. Going to work in the family business, partnering up in a family business. But yeah, this card has a lot of associations with family money, generations. So maybe there's a family reunion, generations of family coming together for a wedding. Maybe everybody's coming together to celebrate a wedding here in the present energy, or you're getting an invitation to a wedding here, Aquarius. You'd be throwing a wedding. It'd be your wedding, right? Maybe you're planning your own wedding. If you are planning an event or a wedding, it could be quite extravagant with the Ten of Coins. This is a card about, big money, lots of money. But it also means you have the money to spend, right? It's one of the best money cards in the tarot deck. So money be no problem here, Aquarians, which is good. It's not an object. So, but yeah, you could be going to a very extravagant event. But yeah, investing in a future with somebody. If you're single and looking, you could be meeting someone at an event, like at a big wedding or at a family reunion. Like you could be introduced by an older family member, because again, this card's about generations of family. But yeah, this could also be some of you, like it could be your spouse or partner inheriting money that's going to help you invest in a property, or you could be inheriting property. Maybe someone in their family has passed on and they are receiving through a will or inheritance a gift of property or money. Yeah, you could be getting news of this specifically at the end of May and too early. Your challenge or focus at some point during the month. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this could be a water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, male or female. In these general readings, these court cards can be, for some of you to be a male, for others of you, it will be a female. This could be somebody who is feeling hurt, feeling down. Sometimes the Cups people will also be Aquarians. So for some of you Aquarians, this could be you. Maybe you are feeling hurt, let down by someone. at some point. It'd be shocking to you who this is too. Maybe it's it's someone that you're like, oh, I never thought that this person would treat me this way or say that to me or hurt me this way. This could also be like a teenage kid, like, I hate you, how somebody acting out in kind of a teenage rebellious way, particularly if you have teenagers or stepkids at that age, because it can be. This is the moody kid though, right? If it is a kid, it's that moody, you never know what they're going to be in a good mood, they're going to be in a bad mood, they're going to be angry, they're going to be in a snippy mood, and they say something, lash out because they're hurt, and it have nothing to do with you, Aquarius. And but this could also be somebody preying on your sympathies, Aquarius. Oh, poor me. And sometimes that works with you guys. You're the humanitarian. Actually, a lot of times it works with you guys. You're the humanitarians of the zodiac. Somebody gives you a hard look story and you're like, oh, opening up your pocketbook, or you're offering them a place to crash, or. But for others of you, I think this is like, the hurt doesn't have anything to do with you. It's somebody else. Like they've been hurt. They've been kind of taken advantage of, or are really going through a disruptive period in their life, and you are, you're hurting for them, right? It's going to get better though, because you have, especially if this is a younger person or one of your kids or a younger sibling or something, you have more experience, and you're like, this too shall pass. You're there, kind of trying to get them to look at the positive, whatever the situation is. Trying to get them to look at the future, using your experience and positivity to kind of try to help pull them out of this. So yeah, for some of you, the challenge is just to kind of boost someone's spirits, to kind of pull them out of the doldrums because they've been hurt, they've been taken advantage of, maybe a broken-hearted teenager, or one of your kids in like their early 20s. Maybe they've had a disappointing experience with a relationship or something, and trying to boost their spirits, trying to kind of pull them out of the doldrums, because maybe they're struggling with depression. It could be somebody who has a history of that, and then maybe something has happened to kind of activate that, or kind of like re-energize that, kind of sending them into that kind of phase, and you're trying to kind of keep them out of it. It is coming up as your challenge though, but persevere, Aquarius. If you're concerned about somebody, if you're trying to kind of help them keep their head above water, you've got the rune of protection. You got Thor's rune of protection. Like you'll be able to, knock these doldrums out of here if you just keep at it. Because their luck is about to change. This rune has a lot of associations with luck, goodwill, good fortune, being in the right place at the right time to kind of reap benefits. And so whoever this is, whatever you're telling them to kind of boost their spirits is actually going to come to pass, I feel like, before the month is over, maybe. Like, they're feeling down in the dumps, but then there will be something, or you create something, maybe they're a Cancer or something. You're going to throw them a birthday party, I'm going to make them celebrate. I'm going to, yank them out of these doldrums. And, so you'd be able to kind of maneuver things to pull them out of it. If not, there will be just, out of the blue, some lucky break that they will be getting to boost their spirits here. Now, the help that's going to be available in the month of June, we've got the Eight of Cups. So, yeah, there could be moving. Again, we were talking about investing in property. You could be moving, planning to move, preparing to move. That's going to help you. For some of you, you could be moving in. So maybe when you are, putting your own house up for sale, starting to pack, kind of getting things ready, looking at properties. Of you though, it could be a living situation. It could be a work situation it's like you're cutting your losses with this card. Like you have had invested a lot of time and it just didn't work out the way you thought. So you are moving on. If it's not a company, it's a group of friends, a group of people. Maybe you are cutting ties with a group that you felt ostracized by. And somebody else was just getting this. Was it Cancer? Yeah, if you felt ostracized by the family group or your coworkers or your friend group, whatever it is, if you have felt like kind of like they've been shunning you or you've been left out of the loop, as difficult as it be to kind of cut those ties and move on, that's going to help you to move forward and maybe distance yourself. Sometimes we can't cut ties completely, but we can certainly distance ourselves or our involvement in those things with those energies. And you've got Canis. So yeah, new beginnings, new creative projects, new friendships, new people are coming in. So yeah, you could totally be traveling to a new location, getting out of the neighborhood. Maybe these are just neighbors. Maybe it's like, we don't fit in here. So I'm glad we're moving. We just don't fit into with this neighborhood or this state or this country or, wherever it is. I'm so glad we're finally moving on. Or, again, those of you that are moving as well, if you're single, you could be meeting someone in the new neighborhood you're moving to, right? Maybe specifically between us, since we've got 8 men here right next to each other. So a lot of things are happening and they always are happening for a purpose. Like they're trying to move you next door to your honey or your whoever this is you're supposed to meet. For you, if you're single and you're like, if you get to the end of it, you're like, I didn't meet anybody, or I don't have a partner to move with, or whatever. You could be moving towards that partner. Either they work at the next job you're going to, or they live in the neighborhood that you're moving to, or that town where you'll run into each other. So just kind of the ways to think about it. Everything's connected. And when you start to think about that, you see how intricate it is. It's like, well, if I had chosen to go this way, I never would have met this person. Or if I had not gone to that party, I never would have met this person. Or if I hadn't taken this job, I wouldn't have been qualified to go to this job where I met this awesome friend, or, whatever it is. When you start to look at that, you see how intricately that is all entwined. And see why it sometimes takes so long for those things to get into place. So we can go where we need to go to get the outcome we are supposed to get, right? So yeah, there is something of divine intention, divine purpose happening when it comes to you leaving something for something new, whether it's a job, location, friend group. Because you'd be cutting ties or limiting your association with one group because you've joined another one. And this could be like a club group. Or a class, like I'm not going to go to that one anymore. I'm going to this new group because I'm really more interested in this. And maybe the other group is like offended. Why would you leave the crocheting group for the knitting group? Or, why would you leave this book club for that book club? And like, well, maybe this book club reads the books you're more interested in, whatever kind of club. Or why are you leaving this gym for that gym? Because I like those people better. Like they're doing more of the kind of workout I want to do. It's more fun over there. Maybe it's just better people, right? So yeah, a big shift or change, leaving something behind, striking out on a new journey, literally or figuratively, is going to help you in Aquarius. Yeah, if you're not happy with a group of people, you don't have to go there. Don't let people push their agendas on you. If something's not working for you, you don't have to keep doing it, right? Just because they expect it. You're an individual. You have your own life. You have your own responsibilities. And your time is yours to spend as you please and with whom you please. So, yeah, don't feel pressure to let a guilt trip be put on you if you're interested. Not every association is meant to last forever. Maybe that season has come to an end for this friendship or this group or club or neighborhood or job, however it's working out for you. What must be accepted in the month of June? Got the 5 of Swords in reverse. So. Okay, so this is accepting a situation as it is. With this in the reverse, it's like a no-win situation. In the upright, it's like winning at all costs. In the reverse, it's like, there's no solution to this. It will have to come either from another person, maybe they have the control. It's an external power. So I feel like acceptance of this is somehow liberating you because you got really good runes here with this, Aquarius. So yeah, it gives you this new kind of energy, this new lease on life, this new ability to, okay, well, if I'm no longer worried about this or concerned about this or allowing this to kind of eat at me, I can devote all of the energy to these new things. And For some of you, maybe it's this group. Again, these associations you're cutting or this situation that you're moving on from. You know, you're going to feel so much better when you kind of cut those ties and get out of that situation. And there's a reason you're doing this, though, because this is a very goal-centric rune. Like I like this car is no longer going where I want to go. This car with this group of people or this job or whatever it is, it's no longer going in the direction that I want to go. I want something, again, completely new, a new beginning, a new location, a new job, a new group, a new hobby. I want to put all the energy into this because this is a dead end. Whatever this is, it's a dead end. Unless everybody in this group changes and they've changed their direction, or everybody in this company or this neighborhood totally becomes different people. Unless that were to happen, this is never going to be what I need it to be. I'm not getting anything out of this but opposition. You know, it could be with this also just this feeling of not belonging. Like these, you know, I'm not a good fit here. These people don't get me. But these people do. Like, it's almost like, and if you don't know who the new group is or what the new direction is, you will before the end of June, because I feel like it's like beckoning. For some of you, there would be a process. This would be more of a gradual change, but it starts in June. I still feel like as soon as you're kind of cut off from these energies, though, you're feeling like better. So I think it's kind of like immediate in the sense of lateness, right, that comes with cutting those ties. Whether or not you know where you're moving on to next, because that will appear. Again, right place, right time. And again, for any of you, this could be going on with someone you care about, someone close to you. Again, a son, a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, daughter, younger sibling. This could be all going on with them, but maybe you're helping them find this new thing, or because again, some of you are trying to cheer someone up or kind of pull them out of going deeper into a depression or this feeling of hopelessness or sadness that someone might be dealing with. It's like you're trying to find a new way in. And you be the one saying, look, you don't have to don't run yourself ragged or stress yourself out thinking about this. There's nothing more you could have done. That's what I'm hearing for somebody. There's nothing more you could have done to help this situation. Maybe someone has passed away and someone that you care about is beating themselves up, or maybe even you, Aquarius. I should have done more. That often comes up. Not that you have had someone commit suicide. I hope not. But if you have, or someone close to you has, I'm getting that. So it must be for somebody. Like, I should have done more. I could have done more. This was a no-win. No, this was decided, and it had nothing to do with you or anyone else. So, but yeah, it's the living that have to come to grips with that and deal with that loss and deal with those energies, and somebody be really struggling with that. But it is kind of like, again, this acceptance of this was a no-win situation. It was decided by this other person. It was out of control, out of hands. And I need to move on from this, or you need to move on from this because you've got so much to live for. You've got goals and new beginnings and things to achieve, or a family, or if you want to start a family, you need to be looking towards that. But yeah, I feel like for me, it was maybe just a breakup. Somebody's heart got broken. Again, it was a surprise to them. It came out of nowhere. It was it was in the hands of the other person. They were, the person you care about, or you, Aquarius, had no control over it. So there's no sense beating yourself up or crying over spilt milk. It's just time to keep moving forward. The outcome of when we got the Three of Wands in reverse and the blank rune. Somebody's coming up here. Three of Wands in reverse. The first thing I'm getting is the answer is right there. The answer is right there. You don't have to go digging for it. Maybe it's this. Again, this acceptance of nothing you could have done could have changed it. And I can understand how that would be, something you struggle with, Aquarius, because air signs are analytical. You're always wanting to solve the problem, finish the puzzle, put it all together so it makes analytical, logical sense. And there's something you or someone you care about may be dealing with. That the answer is you just have to accept that there is no answer. I think that's the meaning of life. I think that here you got it here, folks. The answer, I just solved the meaning of life. The answer is that there is no answer. And the acceptance of that, right? Nothing ain't ever going to make sense. The sooner you can accept that, the better off you're going to be. This is also about, though, going back to the drawing board in some way, going back and kind of reconfiguring or a new plan about a change or a launch or something. And the thing is, like, this is a big deal with weird. It's like, if I make this decision to move here or take this job or do this, it's going to be a big thing. It has the potential to change my life or change this person's life. So I have to make sure that I'm ready, or as ready as can be. So it could be like, okay, I'm going to move ahead in time, maybe not soon. There may be a bit of a delay, but I want to make sure everything is perfect and ready when I do this. Everything is in place with this move, with this job change, with this, want to get all my ducks in a row. And for someone else, and this could just be for a few of you, there could also be like, oh, I have to make a decision now. I don't have time to jump through all of my logical mind hoops and find the perfect solution, because they need an answer now. And honestly, the answer looks like to me, if this involves a move, a big shift or change, leaving one job for another, leaving one relationship for another, leaving one group for another, the answer seems to be yes. Because where you are, it's not conducive to your best interests. It seems like there's some clickiness or some ostracizing going on within a group situation or a living situation, a family situation. So yeah, it is kind of like the answer is yes when it comes to a big shift or change, whether or not you've got it all figured out, because you will figure it out, Aquarius. But that's what I see here in Moon. Anything you have to kind of go back and tweak or fix, it's going to be even better. It's going to be worth the delay, or it's going to be going back and redoing the work or re-looking at something, because then you're just going to feel like you're on more stable ground here with this. So, but yeah, meet me over on Vimeo. Like I said, I'm going to shuffle the Ascended Masters Oracle. I want to see what further wisdom and guidance they have for you for how to handle the energies here in Moon. That link again is below. I'll see you over there, and I'll see you back here next month. Thanks for watching.